Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I am your Evelyn host, Shorty, and of course today I'm going to be reviewing the biggest release of the week, which is Jonathan Hickman's got... Nah, I'm just kidding, it's Transformers. Of course it's Transformers. It's the biggest thing out this week, and don't get me wrong, Jonathan Hickman's Gods is going to be big. I mean, it's a $10 comic book. But it's very big within terms of the Marvel Universe, and Transformers kind of goes a little bit above and beyond that. It's a comic book, it's a line of action figures and toys, it is various movies and TV shows. I mean, it's everywhere. It is culturally humongous, and I think it's about time somebody like Danny Warren Johnson has been given this. It is very much a Danny Warren Johnson jam. He is doing the artwork, he's writing it. The only help he's got is from long-time collaborator Mike Spicer, who does a fantastic job on the colours. I don't want to get too much into this because he is just a fantastic colourist, and he adds depth and lightness, and he pops everything that he does. He's one of those colourists like Jordi Belair that stands out to the point where I would recommend stuff with just his name on it, and I hope that's enough that I'm going to say about that. Now, Danny Warren Johnson is one of those people who I would pretty much certainly recommend anything they're going to do. I came across him when I read Murder Falcon, which is fantastic. It is one of my all-time favourite comic books because it involves heavy metal, eldritch horror, and really deep stories of grief and trauma. It's not the only thing I've read. I dip in and out, shall I say? No, I don't. I've read damn near everything. I read Beta Ray Bill. To this day, I still don't know what a horse store is, but he absolutely convinced me it's something that matters, and I cared about it, and I read every single issue of it. Wonder Woman, Dead Earth, fantastic post-apocalyptic superheroes. I genuinely cared about everything that happened and introduced some characters, brand new and some old that I never really read about. He also did do a powerbomb recently, and I, to this day, have never watched any Japanese pro wrestling, but I absolutely cared about what's happened in it. And caring is the big deal here, because my one expectation of Danny Warren Johnson, after reading I'm going to do DWJ for now, if that's okay. After reading quite a few things from him, is that he's going to make me care about stuff in an interesting way. Because he totally understands a human condition of grief and trauma. He mines that vein exceptionally well across everything he's done. It is a deep well, and he keeps going back to it because he keeps finding new things to say. He doesn't go straight there, though. He will build up with wacky ideas and out there concepts, and let's face it, giant robots that turn into vehicles have been fighting a generational civil war, have arrived on Earth and need energon to get back. I mean, honestly, it's already a wacky concept and it's fantastic. I mean, it's a kid's cartoon designed to tell action figures. It's very silly, like pro wrestlers who have to fight in a demon dimension because demons think that pro wrestling is real, or eldritch horror and heavy metal. I mean, it's what he does, and he does it so very well indeed. Now, all that being said, I can't quite put this one onto my pull list straight away. Two reasons for that. Number one, I'm generally not a big Transformers fan. I loved them when I was a kid. I had a whole bunch of them. Due to long, complicated reasons, I had to leave them behind in a place where I lived, and I kind of killed my enjoyment for them because I realised how much cool stuff I'd left behind. I pay attention here and there. Some of the, I guess, the action figures in the shop. I don't really watch the movies, but Bumblebee was kind of cool, I guess. So I don't really follow what's gone on. In terms of comic books, I've not really read anything like Marvel, IDW. A couple of the crossovers I think I did just for review purposes, and I never carried on reading them after issue 1 because they're all kind of silly and just leaned into the most basic of ideas. Second reason I didn't put on my pull list is I have an expectation of DWJ, which is that he will build up to this emotional, cathartic release, and it will be exceptional and beautiful, and it will move me occasionally to literal tears. And this is an ongoing. Now, this means one of two things can happen. Number one, he will be absolutely 100% able to do that, but he'll only write for 6 to 12 issues, in which case I've committed something and I don't know who's going to carry on doing it, and I might not want to carry on getting it. I don't know what the deal is with this one. I don't know how long the contract he's got with it. I would like to know. It might change my mind. The other option is he never quite delivers on it, and he keeps building up to it, and he's already deliberately set up that he is building to it. Very early on, we get a moment in... VFW bar where a dad who is, I'm guessing, a soldier of foreign war, has a kid, but there's possibly another child who has died, and there's grief and trauma and alcoholism and generational stuff being passed down, and he's clearly leading up to the kind of stuff he does exceptionally well. So he could keep building, but if he's doing it long form, may not deliver in the way I'm expecting. Now, this should not stop you from getting it, because that little issue there, apart from the fact that, again, I'm not really into Transformers, the DWJ issue, if you're not getting it, is a me problem. It's my expectation. And it might be there for you, that's why I'm bringing it up. But if you don't have this expectation, if you're not really delved into the work of DWJ in the past, and you're just thinking Transformers is worth giving a shot, I want to 100% categorically state you should get this comic book. It is beautiful, it's interesting, it is fantastically well written, it looks outstanding. On more than one occasion, I was just sharing pictures with my friends online with it. I mean, look at that, that looks spectacular. Not just that, but it uses onomatopoeia so effectively. If you did watch the old school cartoon and animated movie, that sound when Transformers transform, that is in the comic book so well done. It is up there as one of the most fun things I've read for a while. I'm certainly going to carry on reading it, and I may get the collections on it, but it's just, as I say, my own issues, which stop me 100% saying, yes, totally down for it, I'm going to get it. Oh, and one final reason, we're also almost completely sold out. The copy I've just shown you there, I had to pull out of a customer's pull thing so I could give it you, because I've only got a blank variant and some other random variant available. They've completely sold out everywhere. If you haven't got one by now, you might already be out of luck. Sorry about that, wait for the second printing. That's it for me today, though. I will come back with Jonathan Hickman's Gods. Until then, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye!